Well, hello and welcome back to the Town Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot people. These are serious times, so we do serious readings. We don't deal with the lollipops and rainbows and those kinds of things. Don't care. Let the other tarot readers talk to you that way. Don't do it. Won't happen here. What we're doing here is focusing on your ability to manifest, which is why you only see a 5-card spread. That's it. 5 cards together create a kind of frequency, and we'll talk about that. And within about 10, 12 minutes, you're going to know exactly what the frequency is about, and you will know whether or not to apply it to you. There may be some additional information, some insights that you gain, but in terms of manifesting, the frequency will be absolutely crystal clear to you by the end of the reading, I promise you. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Minimalist, right to the point, no games. We don't do that stuff. No fairy tales. We're living in a very, very, very brutal world. We actually have, almost at all time through human history, at least the last 6,000, 7,000 years. You get past 7,000 years, we get into a thing called the Younger Dryas, the Ice Age, and there may be civilizations that we have hints of, clues to, that existed before the Ice Age and the Younger Dryas, but we don't have much information about them. So let's focus on the stuff that we do have some information on, although we're finding out that a lot of that has been lies, but nevertheless, at least we have a framework to work with. And within the past 6,000 or 7,000 years, we have never come to a time like this. We're at a time when humanity can commit suicide. Now, we would do that by continuing to put up with the people who want to control us. If we simply sit on our hands, which in large part we have done around the world, then we're going to suffer the consequences, and I do mean suffer. They've made their plans crystal clear. You ain't going to have anything, and you're going to be happy with it. They've also made it very clear that instead of 8 billion people, they want the population down by 2050 to 500 million. That means put about 10 people in a room together, 9 of them are going to be dead between now and 2050. You got to get rid of them. They said it, point blank, Bill Gates among others. They haven't hidden it. It's called eugenics. They felt like this for 100 or more years. Don't want to get into that discussion. So with this reading, this tarot reading, and I've done tarot, by the way, for more than 20 years, astrology for more than 50. Yeah, I'm an old guy. I have found that astrology is the science of cycles, and I do mean science, real science. It was used by the military inadvertently with an RCA, Victor, that's Radio Corporation of America, back in 1948, engineer who used astrology to determine what kinds of natural phenomena could potentially disrupt worldwide communications. Because by 1948, the Cold War had begun. The United States was putting military bases all around the world to take on Russia, China, whoever our enemy was. And so they tasked this guy, this engineer, hey, come up with something so we can predict. If we got solar flares, our communication goes down, we're in trouble. He did. He used astrology. At first, Saturn and Jupiter, or Jupiter and Saturn, depending on your point of view. And then he spread out to all the planets. 45 years. 45 years. He was 95% accurate using astrology. So astrology is the science of cycles. We get to tarot, it's the science of potential, meaning you have to get involved. Astrology, you don't have to. Certain frequency, we can, right from the time that you're born, we can do a chart on you. We can figure out what your personality is going to be like. We can figure the highs and lows in your life. We can't get real specific, but we can tell you, hey, this is a good time for this, or this is a bad time for this, whatever, and it works out amazing. With tarot, you have to step up to the plate. You got to take a swing. It doesn't work otherwise. So that's why 5 cards, a very simple, powerful read. If it doesn't hit you today, don't worry about it. 90%, I don't care if it's an astrology reading or a tarot reading or numerology, it doesn't make any difference. About 90% of the people who are listening to or watching the reading, it doesn't resonate for them. They don't think it's bullshit. It's just, well, yeah, okay, great, I got you. But there's about 5, 10%, sometimes 15 that, wow, I'm feeling it in my spirit. That's when you get going. If you don't feel it today, there's always tomorrow, next week, next month. Don't worry. The universe and you will match frequencies. My job is to inspire you. So let's begin. Middle card is the Oracle card. It sets the feeling for the reading, and it's yin energy. Other people call it female, I suppose. Okay. Yang is male, yin is female. One is very upfront, one is kind of hidden. Both are equally powerful in their own realms. They're used differently, so you can't compare the two. But with yin energy, there is a softness. For example, you've heard the expression iron fist in a velvet glove. It's that kind of thing. You're not showing your strength, yet it's there. And it's just as formidable as yang energy. Yang just puts it out there in the open, says, go, let's go. Yin is a little quieter, hence the iron fist in a velvet glove idea. And the meme for today is do not try to fix whatever comes into your life. Fix yourself in such a way that whatever comes, you're going to be fine. That's the iron fist in a velvet glove. No, you don't have to get out there and you don't have to fix things and people and all that kind of stuff in your life. Fix you. That's the biggest battle any human being faces. The battle within themselves, the devil within each and every one of us. The insecurities, the fears, the apprehension. So the message is very clear. Iron fist and velvet glove, yin energy. Work on the inside. Work from the inside out. Work on yourself and watch how the things around you change. It's very difficult. In fact, just to give you an idea how difficult it is, Mark Twain said about 150 years ago, it's easier to fool somebody than to convince them they have been fooled. And that's the same thing that we're talking about here. It's ego, 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 ego. To try to change somebody else, first of all, is avoiding, more often than not, your first responsibility, and that is yourself. You know, we love to talk, I want to be free, I want to be free, I want to be free, but we don't want to take the responsibility for that freedom. What we're talking about is doing just that. Don't worry about the people, places, things around you. Focus on getting your shit straight. And you're going to vibrate, you're going to send out frequencies. And we do know the science of frequency. It's an amazing thing. You'll send out a different frequency all around you and your world will respond. The work begins with each and every one of us. So let's go all the way to the left. We have the King of Pentacles. Kings make proclamations. Pentacles are value system, and I'm not talking money. I'm not talking a bigger home, a bigger car, fancier this, that, or the other. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about love, friendship, peace, health. How about this one? Time. Time. That may be the biggest one of all because, you know, you could lose your health, you get it back. If you make the effort, yeah. You lose your wealth. Over time, you can get it back. You lose time, bye-bye. It's never coming back. Oh, yeah, you can get together with your same old friends and even get together in the same old similar places. Let's say maybe a bunch of high school friends get together and for a reunion, as you always do. And what do you see? Are they the same? No. You wait 5 years to go see them again. Are they the same? No. You can never go back. I don't give a damn how much money you have. You cannot buy time. Those are values. So the King of Pentacles is saying, work on your values, which goes with what we were talking about. Don't worry about changing things around your life, people around your life. Work on you. Job one, you. Not in a selfish way. Get your stuff together. And one of the ways that you can do that, especially in this time where it is so intense, it should be obvious to people that governments around the world and the businesses that own our governments don't give a damn about us. Don't care. Don't care. Here in the United States, we have millions pouring over the border. Here we have not one but two hurricanes. We got one going, in essence, through Florida and up along the East Coast. What does the United States government offer? $750. Why? And they won't allow people to get in there and help other people. They won't allow them. Why? Because they have preferred vendors. In other words, it's businesses that government is working with. The vendors pay the government a kickback, and so they get, I mean, it's so mafioso type, it's unbelievable. And it's like that all over the world. And Washington just at the end of this past week said, hey, we don't have any more money for the people. $750 is the best they can do. They said the same thing to the people in Hawaii. They don't give them anything. When there was a hurricane back, I think, in New Orleans several years ago, they didn't give them anything. Oh, but we have enough money for things going on in Europe. Oh, yeah. And we got things going on Middle East. Oh, we got money for them. Yeah. Ukraine, Israel. Oh, we'll give them billions. We don't have any money for Americans. Same thing all around the world. So in this time, you have to have your stuff together. And one of the ways that you can do that is go for positivity, gratitude, joy, happiness, whatever you can find. Peace. But it's an inside job. That doesn't mean you put up with the shit around you. No. It means that you're grounded. So you have the King of Pentacles saying you got to get your values straight. Look at your values. What's important to you? That's what's messing you up. If you're going to play the game by their rules, you're screwed. Forget it. You're never going to win. Knight of Wands, Knights are always bringing gifts. Knight of Wands says, I'm going to bring joy, happiness, or I'm going to at least create the opportunity for joy, happiness, enthusiasm in your life. Ooh, enthusiasm. Wow, when was the last time you had that? The idea is here in the next card is temperance. And temperance is very, very simple. Balance. Moderation. That does not mean that you do nothing. Balance. So that's why you want to work with yourself inside first so that you balance what comes outside. And in fact, temperance is the perfect situation for healing, and God knows we need that. So the final card is, in some ways, maybe the most important card. It's the Hanged Man. You have to be willing to flip the script. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't see things the same way anymore. The Hangman is sacrifice. It's letting go. It's giving yourself a new perspective, but in doing so, you are leaving a thought process that you're comfortable with. It makes it very scary because you really don't know what you're doing. Never been in that position before, but that is what's required, and that's the reason why you have to have the iron fist and a velvet glove. Yin energy. Work from the inside out. If you do it the other way, you've lost. They've won. Your choice. More tarot readings manifesting tomorrow. Back again we are. Between now and the next time you and I do manifest together, peace and blessings.